Welcome to Storytime with Tallulah. Today's reading comes from r/PettyRevenge. Our first story is titled, I Want My Shower, Lady. Landlady, boarding me and another lady, tells me that her brother and sister-in-law are temporarily moving in for a week or two. LL's brother keeps taking up my parking spot. A week later, landlord's brother and sister-in-law are moving their entire house into this one. Landlady has her own separate 3-floor loft, so I rarely see or hear her. Fast forward when routines settle. They are repeatedly disrespectful, taking others' food. Everyone but sister-in-law works, and sister-in-law expects people to entertain her. Sister-in-law would purposely stack boxes blocking the basement or in some gauntlet of haphazard, and even blocking the basement, my room in the basement, using herself until she got attention. Landlord's sister-in-law cleans the house. She often flicks the basement light off from upstairs, clucking to herself in amusement. The thing that set me off. My normal routine is work, workout, shower, chill. And I was finding more and more that sister-in-law would spend days cleaning the bathroom in parts and started doing it the exact time that I would come home from my workout and tell me I have to wait, often leaving the bathroom to dry or take the shower curtain and knot them up or wash them. Okay, fine. Routines clash, but I ask if there's a different time that could be done. Nope. Cool. This goes on for 2 weeks until one day I get home. I had worked on my day off, and my workout was extra that day. I get home about 4 p.m.-ish. The contents of the entire bathroom are now outside the bathroom. Sister-in-law is watching TV. I ask when she will be finished. Shirt visible with boob and pit sweat. After this, she motioned to the TV. Okay, I come up an hour later to she's eating dinner at hour 3. And by hour 4, I now have to go to bed, showerless. Gross. I see the light outside my room go off around 9:30 p.m. and more clucking. Then I hear the shower. Cell flashlight on. I walk 30 feet to the laundry room sink and crank the hot water for 30 seconds and hear the shower turn off. I walk into my room and sit quietly in the dark, and I can now clearly hear landlord's sister-in-law tell her husband to go down to the first floor to watch and listen to the basement. A few minutes pass and I hear the water again. I quietly slip out of my room, and since I know what I'm going for, I don't bother with the light. I get to the hot water tank and shut the main valve after the tank off. I quietly slip back into my room and hear landlord's sister-in-law give it good to her husband, who swears he heard absolutely nothing. Sister-in-law marches downstairs and I can hear her against my door. I quietly wait, and after 10 minutes, she leaves to give her husband heck. He asked her to show him the problem, so I slip back out and turn the valve back on before they reach the shower. She didn't try to have another shower, and 10 minutes later, I get mine. All the issues in the house suddenly resolved. Wow, that sounds like an absolute nightmare of a person to have to live with. I'm sorry you have to experience them. They sound miserable. Our next story is titled, Won't Let Me Go to the Toilet to Vomit? Then I'll just have to vomit on you. Oh. This happened back in year 8, and for some background, I have a problem with my digestive system. I have an effed up valve in my stomach that's out of sync, so anything I eat or drink, I throw up. So in high school, I was sitting in a French lesson, 9 years worth of that crap, and I don't know anything past hello, and I needed to throw up. The rule was I had to put my hand up and ask the teacher if I could throw up. Effing stupid, but that's high school for you. FT, French teacher. Me equals me. Duh. Me. Miss, French teacher, I need to go throw up. Can I go to the toilet? No. I don't believe that you actually need to go throw up. You're just trying to get out for working. Sorry. I never actually ditched any lessons in high school, so this made 0 sense to me and the rest of the class. But it's on the system. I have a sickness problem. Check it if you don't believe me. Be quiet. I don't believe you, and off. This really upset me, obviously, but after a bit of back and forth, I gave up trying to be nice. So I got up, walked to her bin, picked it up, looked her dead in the eyes, and blew effing chunks into it. She freaks out, demanding I now go to the toilet, but it's too late. Most of it was already out. Now most of it, not all. I wasn't done yet, so I say I'm all good now, look at her, and blow a few more chunks onto her. Now I know my reaction was over the top, but I was young, and in my opinion, she brought it on herself, because checking the system would have taken less than 20 seconds to do. Well, yeah, I mean, if you have an issue and she didn't respect that, then, she kind of asked for it. That's called karma. Instant karma. I guess throwing up on her was a bit extreme, but I think the trash can would have been enough. Or the bin, as you call it. Our next story is titled, Karen Makes a Mess in Store, Tries to Pass Off the Blame and Fails. So this story was from a couple days ago to my friend who I told her she should post it but didn't want to on her account, so I did on mine. didn't entirely know where to post this, so I just brought it here. Sorry if it doesn't belong. A couple days ago, I saw my friend at the same store I was at, while my mum... I'll never get over mum being spelled with a U. While my mum was getting other groceries, I was getting ingredients for the next day's dinner. We started talking and soon enough, enter Karen. Karen to me. Excuse me, can I get to that fridge behind you? Me. Yeah, no problem. She was wearing her hair up in a bun with a pen and she had the casual Karen look. A jean jacket, red shirt, and jean pants. We move out of the way and she gets her milk by reaching around from the door behind us to one that was open where she was. I look at what she's doing, a bit confused, but return to my conversation. She eventually gets the milk jug wedged extremely tight and continues to vigorously yank on the jug handle and gets frustrated at why it's not coming out. You know, there's a door that is more convenient to get the milk out from. I know how to get milk out of a fridge. Okay then. My friend to me, obviously not. We laugh and Karen gets mad, so she takes the pen out of her hair and stabs the milk jug. It sprays all over my friend and a small amount on me. I get mad and yell at her about what the heck she was thinking. She smirks and stabs another milk jug, and another. She was on a rampage. She starts lobbing the entire half jugs. After a while, she smugly says, "Who can't get a milk jug now?" My friend and I were about to leave to tell the store staff, but she ran off with her cart laughing like a maniac. Oh my goodness. We thought she had gone mad from a simple joke. We go to the front of the store to tell someone and we run into the Karen. She points to us and says, "There are the two who made the mess with the milk. They have it all over them, so it only makes sense." The employee looks at us and asks if this is true, as Karen had milk on her jacket as well. We tell him it's not true in our side of the story. Karen denies it, so the employee just shrugs and says, "Guess I'll have to check the security cameras." The color of Karen's face runs like water. Karen, sorry, but I have my son at home, so I should probably get back to him. She starts to run, but my friend stops her, and the employee calls the manager of the store. Eventually, the manager finds the footage of her making the mess and tells the Karen unless she cleans up her mess and pays, he's calling the cops. The manager calls the cops anyway, and both my mom and her parents find us and the manager explains. We leave the store and we still can't forget her face when she knows she's been caught. Edit. I do not know what happened next as my mom had us leave the store and I didn't get to see what happened afterwards. I assume arrested and hopefully taken to a mental hospital. If this doesn't belong, you can tell me what subreddit this should belong to, as I'm kind of new to these types of subs. I think it's okay. Crazy lady, you tell the story, she gets, the cops called on her and she's the one in trouble. That's some revenge. I don't know if that's deserving. Our next story is titled, Office Food Thief Eats the Wrong Food. Uh-oh. This revenge was not intentional, but it was truly satisfying. In our office, we had the typical problem, food thief. I ran out of milk faster than I should have. One of my 2 yogurts once disappeared. My piece of pie was bitten. Numerous cases. I bought a small fish tank with a macropodus fish. He was a predator, so I bought him some bloodworms. They were frozen and portioned into nice cherry-colored candy-sized bricks. Can you already see where this is going? I have thrown away the box, so they were in the inner package with no identification marks. I kept them in the fridge and every day I took half of a brick. And one glorious day I found out that the fresh brick that I was going to chop in half had its corner bitten off. The clearest human teeth marks I have ever seen. I never knew who that was, but I imagine how that person takes a bite of a candy, feels it melting in their mouth, wonders what is that taste and texture and why isn't it sweet, spits it and sees these were bloodworms. Oh, how satisfying. I made sure to tell everyone in the office about it, loudly. It gives me a huge grin every time I remember it. Wow, that person, oh. Hey, that's what you get for eating people's food. You shouldn't do it. Don't do it. You never know what you're biting into. That's terrible. Oh my gosh. Oh, the disappointment. Hey, it's deserved. It's deserved, okay? All right, whatever. That's funny, though. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you enjoy these types of videos, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you know when more videos come out. Thank you all for your continued support. It really means a lot. If you'd like to join our Discord, the link for that's in the description below. We have an amazing community filled with tons of awesome people. Also, if you'd like to follow me on any of my other social medias, those links are in the description for you as well. Hope you all are staying safe out there in these crazy times. And with that being said, we'll see you next time.